Hello, everybody. What is up? Hello, everybody. What is up? So, this is the latest I've ever done a stream, I think. But I need to get this video out here because Georgia, the battleship that we're going to be reviewing in this video, is leaving this month. It's leaving the end of, I think, this month or the end of next month. I think it's the end of next month, actually. So the Alaska's leaving, the Georgia is leaving by the end of next month. So as you probably saw in the title, get her, or as you probably saw in the title, I put get her while I still can. Yes, get her while I still can in the long run. She is a better Iowa, in my opinion, because what you have, let me just post this link, and I'm just gonna post the link somewhere. So, anyways, as I'm talking about this, posting the link so more people can see it. Georgia is basically a better Iowa with less guns. The reason why I say it's better Iowa is because of the speed boost. You have a speed boost with the Georgia, which can help dodge shells and get you into those tighter places where Iowa cannot go. Now, yes, you could stick out a lot and still be seen, or yes, you could still stick out on either ship. But basically, what you're looking at now, let me hang on a second. Basically, what you're looking at is let me just post this stuff, guys, and I'll continue talking about the Georgia. Just give me 2 seconds to post this video. I'm gonna hear feedback for a sec. Let me just get to the video real quick. So, as I said before, Georgia is a better Iowa. In every sense in the case, because the Georgia hull is very, very well made. Like I said earlier in the video, you can hide with the Georgia. That is a big benefit. I don't know if you have better concealment with that build, but I do know the Georgia is definitely a good ship, and I'm going to explain it to you right now and why it's a good ship. I'm going to go into more detail, armor, the modules I've used, and stuff like that. I'm also creating a review on the Pommern, as well as the Hipper and possibly Alaska. I'm not sure yet, though. So let me just post this here, and then we're good. So you're probably wondering, is Georgia a good ship to spend coal on? I'm going to say yes, because armor plays like an Iowa, is smaller than an Iowa class battleship, and it's a blueprint ship. So generally, this ship is being taken out of the game. So it's going to be a rare ship to have in your ports. In general, here, let me put on the actual camo that comes with it. It's going to be a rare ship to generally have in your ports. Whether it's here, let me open this up. Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm getting set. So it's gonna be a rare ship to have in your port. As I try to find the window key. There we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get set up here while I'm talking to you guys. So as I said, it's going to be a rare ship to have in your port because of that factor that it is the blueprint ship. Georgia never, as far as I know, Georgia never served in any wars. It was never created. Basically, this was supposed to be, I believe, a Bear Iowa. Let me find out. Okay. So, in Georgia, here it says a high speed battleship project which preceded Iowa class ships, the main battery. Yeah, so the Georgia was never created, but it was supposed to be a Bear Iowa class. Bear Iowa, basically. And it is. It performs like an Iowa in every sense. You still have that weak side, but you have tons of armor to protect that side. Um, so you have tons of armor to protect that side.
Thank you.
And now I'll show you that in a minute. So I just responded to TikTok messages. So, anyways, the Georgia is, let's see. So I'm gonna do this how I usually do it. Show you show you how basically everybody does it. Sorry for the long intro, but I'm basically going to show you how everybody does it. Give you my sense. Like I said, with these reviews, as well as in the last reviews, my setup for my ship and my playstyle might not work for you. The best thing I would say though is find your own play style for these ships. Marblehead, Iowa, Georgia, whatever ship you have, find your own play style. That seems to work as well for me. And I mean the Prince Eugen play style is gonna be a lot different, but I'll get to that in the Hipper video when I do a review of the Hipper. And the Pommern will be coming up shortly as well too. But anyways, back to Georgia. So the Georgia, like it says, an Iowa, beefed up Iowa. Basically, it's a stronger Iowa, Iowa class battleship. That was a blueprint ship or project that was never created. So basically, the Georgia has, if I go armory, armor layout. Sorry, I was late. If I go armor layout, if I could find that. There we go. So basically, you're working with a deck armor that's 32 millimeters, which is good because your Massachusetts also has a 32 millimeter deck. So basically, it has the same armor as Massachusetts. Generally a tier 8, pretty much same armor scheme. So basically, you're gonna play a ship like you play the Iowa, and it works like a Massachusetts, but like it's it doesn't play like North Carolina because it does not have that weak side, but it pretty much plays like it. Basically, best way to play it before I get into the armor setup for the ship. Basically, if an Iowa and a Massachusetts had a baby, this would be the ship that would come out of it. It's a mixture of the Massachusetts hull as well as the um, Iowa hull. Okay, so as I'm getting back to the armor scheme here. And if you have any questions, guys, or if I forget anything with this ship, just please let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you in terms of anything that I missed or any questions that you have. Because it's late, I might forget some stuff, but I'm gonna try to give you guys as much info as I can. And like I said, my streams are longer because I want to give you as much info as I can. So, as we find the Georgia here, it's Georgia. So as you can see, as we just went from Massachusetts to the Georgia. I'm sorry, not my Anchorage, but if you go from Georgia to the Massachusetts, the only difference is pretty much superstructure, and then we'll leave that. Yep. So it's the same setup as Massachusetts, basically, in terms of the armor. So, oh, I'm sorry, guys. So it's basically the side plating is 38. So let's see. Like, if this is pretty much the same, then I could pretty much make you 32. So the side plating is 32, which means you still have that weak side. And generally, if you're broadside, you do take damage. So I would recommend angling with this ship. So, like I said, with the Marblehead, if you're straight like this, you're going to want to go like that. That's going to bounce your shells off the armor plating, and it's going to angle your ship. So the shells, the AP shells, recoil instead of penetrating on your side armor. So now if you look at the ship, this is basically an upgraded Massachusetts / Iowa. So we have a 32 millimeter deck, 32 millimeter fore end deck, a 32 millimeter aft end deck, a 38 millimeter deck, a 19 millimeter superstructure. You have a top plate of the gun here is 184 millimeters. I haven't seen any problems with the guns. They tend to be a little off, but not by much. I mean, it's not like German bad. It's American guns, but like it's American guns. It's Iowa guns, but less guns. So you don't have like that well of an accuracy, which you will see. But you have a top plate. The top plate of the gun is 184. The 184 millimeters. The bottom, so the top is 184. The front is 540 millimeters. The side plating is 305 millimeters. The side plating here as well is 241. So it goes from the 305 to 241. And back here you have your back plate or rear plate, which is 360 millimeters. Then you have your barbette armor down here, which is 439 millimeters. Same with here, 439. Then you have probably the superstructure here, and then you have the rest of the superstructure back here, and you have and here's your side armor, 38 millimeters armor belt. Then you have the side plane, which is 38. Then you have the side plane down here, which is 32. Your rudder, the bottom of the ship is 50 millimeters, and 32 right here on the bottom in the middle. So you got 32 millimeters on the bottom of the ship in the middle, and you have 50 millimeters in the back. And your aft plane and rudder is 32 millimeters on the armor thickness scale. So now we're going to take off this, and below the torpedo protection, which I just took off, you have a 310 millimeter armor belt, a 38 millimeter armor belt, a Citadel torpedo bulkhead, which is 297 millimeters, which is good, I think, which the Iowa, I don't think, has on it. Then you have the Citadel torpedo bulkhead, Citadel torpedo bulkhead right here. Then down here you have the Citadel torpedo bulkhead 58. Here's where you're going to be hitting like most of your torpedoes, so that's 297 and 100, 297 millimeters. Then you have back here your aft end armor, which is 16 millimeters. Then if you take off the torpedo protection, take off superstructure, you have, and take off the guns, you have your deck armor, which is 38, so let's take off the deck. Then you have here, you have your Citadel deck, which is 16 millimeters. You have your Citadel deck here, which is 25 millimeters, and your Citadel deck here, which is 25 as well. Let's take off the front of this so you can get the front and back of the Citadel. So the Citadel as well is right at the waterline. So if you move, or if you're turning and the shell penetrates your Citadel, you can take damage essentially. If the ship, what's that called? If the ship gets shifted, if the ship shifts in the water to one side, or leans to one side as you're turning, every ship does in the game. If you guys didn't know that, but if you're turning, you can get Citadel because the armor will be shifted upwards. So it will be shifted if you look at the waterline, and you can't see because of how many ships I have in here, but if you look, it's right at the waterline there. So if you're in like a steep turn, you're just watch your side armor because you can get Citadel while turning this ship. And I've noticed that several times. I mean, I haven't died from it, or I haven't taken that much damage, but I have taken a lot of damage from just turning and getting Citadel while turning this ship. So now you get to we're going to take that off. So that's the armor scheme of the Iowa. I mean, sorry, not the Iowa, the Georgia. So now we're going to get to the, I'm going to put this armor back on. Now we're going to get to the survivability. You have, without the captain skill, that without the survivability expert, I believe it's called. Yeah, so without the survival sorry guys. So without the survivability expert, I think commander skill, I think it's survivability expert. Without the survivability, yeah, that's right. Yep. So without the survivability expert set up here for the ship, if you don't use this, you're gonna have without the survivability upgrade as a commander skill, you're going to have. If it lets me go back, I can't froze. Hang on a sec. So you're going to have without the survivability expert 74,100 hit points, and your torpedo reduction is 26%. Your artillery is 3 times to 457 millimeter guns, 457 millimeter Mach .1 any turret, secondary armament. I'm not gonna. I'll actually do that as well. Secondary armament is 127 millimeters, 30 MK.12 on an MK.38 mount. Your main battery firing range is 23.2 knots. With the, I believe I have the module on here for that. For the extra range, no, I do not. So I do not have that. I think I have that on my another ship that I just got. So I do not have that. So this is your main battery firing range without the extended range module. And for your main battery, you have a real time of 26 seconds, which you can change by a module, which I'll show you guys as well. So I have on my ship 26 seconds on my reload time. For my guns to turn 180 degrees, I have 38.3 seconds on the 108 degree turn time. My maximum dispersion on the ship is 243 meters. Your HE shells are 457 millimeters. HE Type B. Maximum HE shell damage is 6,450. Your chances of HE shells causing a fire on target are 43%. Your HE shell armor penetration is CAPC is 77 millimeters. Your AP shell is 457 millimeters. AP Type B. Maximum AP shell damage. So that's your AP shell. Your maximum AP shell damage is 15,750 that you can get with the ship. Your HE shell armor penetration CAPC is 77 millimeters. I just wanted to re-say that just in case you guys could you guys didn't hear me. Just in case you guys didn't hear me, I wanted to say that again. But thanks. And your maximum range that I have on this ship right now is 23.2 kilometers, and your initial AP shell velocity is 7,000 or 732.0 m-s. Your initial HE shell velocity is 800.0. I think it's milliseconds, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to say m-s. Your A defense. Oh, Lord. It's not that big. But you do not have Iowa AA on the ship. You will melt planes, but you do not have Iowa AA guns as far as what I've seen. So your AA guns, it's not going to say. Okay, here, wait. I think I had. Okay, so we're just gonna read it because it's not giving us the. Is that it? Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, it's not giving us the reload time here, so I'm gonna. Yep, there we go. Okay, this is not gonna give it for some reason. So your A guns. So your first A guns, you have 22 millimeters, 22 millimeter Oricon on a MK.4 mount, 40 times one, and you get 40 of those times one, 20 millimeter. Your 40 millimeter Bofors, you have 44. You you have 16 40 millimeter Bofors on a MK.2 mount and 40 millimeters. So you have 16 times 4 40 millimeter Bofors. And you have 10 times 2 127 millimeter guns here. And your the continuous damage is 403. I'll let you read that. So your damage by shots, your damage by short range guns, your damage by AA short range guns. I just lost. I'm sorry, guys. Well, if you want to see it, I'm not gonna uh pull it up again. But wait, there we go. Sorry, found it. So your damage for the ship by short range A guns is 294. Your hit probability is 70%. Your firing range for those guns is 2.0 kilometers. Your damage by medium range AA guns is 434. Your hit probability for those guns is 75%. Your firing range for these guns is 3.5 kilometers without or with updates, with module upgrades. And your damage by long range AA guns is 181. And your hit probability for that is 75%. And your firing range for these guns is 5.8 kilometers without with upgrades. So now all I have to do now is get to the modules. Like I said, I just put this thing as mainly set up like my Iowa. So we have so far we have main armaments 1, damage con system modification 1, artillery applying room modification 1, and steering gears modification 1. So I think you guys seen this. If I go back, I have 2 main armaments here. I have one that extends the firing range by 16, and I have another one that makes my guns more. Basically, it makes my guns less hard, more hard to knock out or disable. So I have main barrier firing range and risk. So my main barrier survivability goes up by 50. The risk of torpedo, you guys know all that by now. Probably if you've seen reviews or if you've looked done modules before, it's just the same stock modules. I'm not using any legendary modules on this ship right now. So it's just the same stock modules. This is my setup for my modules. And for the 2 other ones, I'm probably going to go with ship consumables and probably one of these. I don't know which one. I might go real. I think I'm gonna go real. I think I have that on my thing though, but I think I have that on my Palmer actually. But I might go for the last one. I may do main battery or maximum, probably maximum dispersion, just because you have less guns. So if you want to make your guns more accurate, go with artillery applying room 2. If you want to make your guns your reload time faster, go with main battery reload time. Go with main battery modification 2 for that. Now for this, I believe I'm gonna go with that. So, anyways, I'm gonna go with the ship consumables for that, and probably one of these, either or, between these two for this one, for that module section. Anyways, guys, let's get to the fun part and get into a battle. So I can show you guys what I mean by hiding and shooting and stuff like that. So let's get into the battle video. As of every video I've done before, I do have a lot of experience with the Georgia and the Palmer. So when I make the videos, that's why you see the number of the commander skills high instead of low. Oh, what was the saying? I don't know what I was saying. I forgot. So we're only gonna do one battle tonight. So basically, this ship has. Oh, I forgot to do this battle. Do it now. This ship has HE and AP repair party, and it has a heal as well, and a fighter that you can put up as well. It does not have a spotter though. I'm sorry. I think it has. Let me see actually. Yeah, so it has a spotter plane, but it does not have a fighter aircraft. But it does have speed boost, and you can get up to, I believe, 35 knots while using that speed boost. So this map, my idea is gonna go follow the York here. So we're gonna follow the York and stay behind them and just support him, because he's a cruiser and he's less armored than us than we are, so we could take damage more than he can. As you can see, I'm angled to the enemy as well. Or I'm going to be angled to the enemy. That's just because of my broadside armor compared to the heavy battleships like Yamato, Shikishima, like those battleships. You can take on North Carolinas with this ship. You can take on Massachusetts, and she will fare very, very well with going against those ships. Alright, so we got New Orleans. So you're about to see, despite the spotter plane here, you're about to see how well the dispersion is on this ship. Alright. New Orleans does or should have a broadside and the side of its ship, so it can die. I mean, it should have a. Oh my gosh. it should have a broadside on the side of the ship, so it won't die. Sorry, guys, I'm like really tired right now. So it basically has a full broadside, so you shouldn't really have a problem with it. With singing it with the Georgia. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So that's when Georgia shells are accurate. When the Georgia shells aren't accurate is when you're pointing forward at a ship. So let me show you what I mean. So you're pointing forward at a ship like this. Now I know it changes throughout the whole ship, the dispersion and stuff like that. If you're aiming at a ship, look what your shells do if you're shooting two shells. Sometimes you'll shoot two shells instead of, I think that's what I'm doing now, but the other gun's not in service. But like I said, you can see she's just like an Naval class battleship. Has armor you can angle with her and push with her as well, like I'm doing. So I intend to get really close so they can't really penetrate me. And that guy made a stupid move. I don't know if we're gonna. Yeah, I think we took out his torps. I'm not gonna go this way because it can torpedo me. And as you can see, guys, from that hit we took, we were turning to the left to get out of torp range. And as you can see, the back is pretty much normal, like Massachusetts deck and stuff like that. So you have a 32mm armor in the back of the ship, and you have that 32mm armor in the front of the ship. Definitely abuse that with the ship. I would say if you're choosing between Palmer and Georgia, get Palmer. And I will tell you why in the next stream. Why I think you should get Palmer and definitely get Palmer. Georgia is fun, but she's not really as competitive as Palmer is in terms of, like you just saw that two shells, but they still hit the target, so or three shells, no, two shells, but they're still accurate depending on how you what your play style is and how you play in the ship. Like you just saw I was turning and I got Citadel, I think. So just watch out for that. Like you just saw, it's the same as the Iowa class battleships. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. The next stream will probably be a Palmer stream, and I'm also grinding in other games, so I won't be streaming as often, but I will still try to stream. Again, thank you for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe if you like what you see. If you like what you've seen, I do make better streams. I'm just like really tired right now, so I just thought I'd jump on here, make a quick stream in Georgia, make a quick well, not quick, but make a stream of Georgia. So by the time so you guys still have time to grind Georgia instead of doing it in a couple weeks or something like that when Georgia is leaving. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, just post it in the comments below. And thanks for watching. And in my opinion as well, if I had to choose between Georgia and Iowa or any of those ships, like if I had to choose between Georgia, Iowa, and Massachusetts, or let's put it this way, if I had to choose between Massachusetts, Georgia, or Alabama, go with the Georgia. The Georgia is going to be more competitive. It's a rare ship to have in your port. It's not. It's going to be more competitive. The further you range from when Georgia is taken out of the game, the more competitive you'll be due to the amount of ships being added, and that this ship is no longer available to other players. So you have that advantage there after the Georgia as well as the Alaska get together. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and sorry for the quick stream. Like I said, I'm really tired, but I wanted to get that video out there for you guys so you have time to grind the Georgia. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.